one thing was for sure. They both believed Sparks to be a total tool.
Be an exciting contest which shows that divorced couples can still have fun together, right?
Mythological hero H-list. C. On the spot dice spin.
We are experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by.
Over the past 15 years, Fox has been nothing more than a rip-off factory when it comes to their programming, especially when it comes to their game shows.
You are about to experience an international phenomenon, already on 3 continents, in 15 countries. And now, America, it's your chance of a lifetime. Please welcome your host, Gordon Elliott.
Thank you. Hello and welcome to It's Your Chance of a Lifetime. This is a very exciting evening because it is the first night of a whole week of shows that will introduce you to the most popular new game in the world.
Ever since the big money game show boom of 1999, Fox has brought little new to the table in the form of game shows, reality shows. Aside from Hell's Kitchen, Murder in Small Town X, and American Idol, everything has been a derivative, a spin-off, or worse yet, a blatant rip-off. It's Your Chance of a Lifetime and Boot Camp win the awards for most blatant rip-offs, since they basically took their formats for Millionaire and Survivor and did little to them except add another layer of window dressing to them. Boot Camp added the glorification of the military, while It's Your Chance of a Lifetime added the opening question involving having a bill paid off. Peel those away, you have nothing original. Just there to capitalize on a trend and make money. Now, if you thought this trend was dead with the successes of Hell's Kitchen and American Idol, you were dead wrong. How wrong, you ask? Well, in the summer of 2012, we had a show that was nothing more than a blatant ripoff of what was called the American Idol Killer. And it killed one of my guilty pleasures in Take Me Out. Of course, the American Idol Killer is The Voice. Fox gave us The Choice, a dating show ripoff of The Voice. And if that sounds bad, trust me, it's bad. But actually watching it, it's much, much worse.
These 4 chairs will be filled by some of the most eligible celebrity bachelors in America, and they will each pick one lucky woman to take out on a dream date. But they'll have to choose using only the sound of her voice. Welcome to The Choice.
Now, have you seen The Voice? Good. Like I said, this is what this shameless ripoff is. 4 celebrities looking for love have their backs turned to the stage where their potential date will be. After a series of rounds, each will pick one of the members of their team, and they will go out on a date with them. And that's basically it. Unfortunately for the rest of us, the entire experience is boorish, tiresome, and done better on the show that preceded it in Take Me Out. Oh, and speaking of being a blatant ripoff, just look at how similar the sets are from The Voice back in 2012 and the set from The Choice. Completely similar, and I'm under the assumption that Fox paid NBC to use their set, and basically foxed it up a bit by making it louder and even more obnoxious than what it was already. It was charming when Fox did it back in 1990 when Funhouse started airing for the network, but over 20 years later, it just gets depressing. And just by looking at the set and everything, you would think that Fox basically did this just to lure Voice viewers away from NBC and over to Fox. Didn't work. No, they saw right through their charade. So, who'd we get to host this mess?
Ladies and gentlemen, your host, Kat Deely.
This is The Choice, where 4 of the world's most desirable bachelors each choose a woman to take out on a date of a lifetime. And that date happens tonight.
Kat Deely? That's a good host. What the hell is she doing there? I'm under the belief that Kat Deely was under a Fox contract and was forced to host this one since she's the only host that can believably convey emotion that isn't apathy or yelling at donkeys for messing up simple dishes. Either way, Kat shows here why she is a good host. She's able to take the flimsiest of shows and make them watchable to a degree. The same could have been said with 20Q, her GSN disaster of Hal Sparks. But unlike 20Q, which had a decent enough game behind it, the Choices game just doesn't exist. Let me explain. In the first couple of segments, potential dates for the celebs come out and give a 60-second spiel about themselves to try to convince them to pull the lever to flip the chair around to see him. If that happens, then they go to the next round. If multiple celebs pull their lever, then the suitor gets to choose which celeb they'd like to go out on a date with. My problem with this round is that it's a gigantic meat factory. We don't get to know much about the potential date. We just see one person, they say a couple of words, they try to woo the celebs, and we move on. Plus, I really don't like the voice aspect of it all. You don't really glean that much information from someone just by what they want you to hear. You have to be able to see them, as in a take me out or a baggage, or be able to ask them questions that probe what they are really like, such as a dating game, or if you really want to get obscure, matchmaker. This round adds absolutely nothing. And round 2 adds the dating game to their rip-off list in the speed dating round. In this round, the celebrity's chair is turned around to see one contestant and grills them for 15 seconds. Then the chair is turned back around, and this repeats till all 3 potential suitors have had a chance to answer questions, or in some case, a question, and the celeb must eliminate one contestant. This round is flawed in the same way that speed dating is flawed. You don't get to know that much about a potential date, especially with this game and only 50 seconds before the chair gets turned around and have to go to the next one in line. It's a bad round in an already terrible show. And going off topic for a second, since that's what I seem to do well, the turning around of the chairs back and forth in this quick succession of a show, I would have to be on Dramamine if I were a celebrity on this show. Because going back and forth, I would start to throw up immensely before the second segment. The final round has the celebs asking one final question to the 2 remaining dates. You know, the same way Take Me Out finishes up a round. After that question is asked to the 2 remaining dates, the celeb picks the date and we get to see what happens on the next show. To be frank, these aren't interesting at all and leads me to believe that nobody was truly enjoying themselves during these dates or the show. So let's summarize, shall we? We take the best of The Voice, we take the best of the dating game, and we take Me Out as a whole, we put it into a blender, we mix it up, and the slurry is just one god-awful mess. This show is awful. Nothing about this show works. The gimmicks, the set, the sterileness of the questions, and even Kat Deely herself couldn't get anything going in this stinker. This show would last only 6 episodes before being canned due to a wave of negative reviews, calling Fox bitter because The Voice had overtaken their precious cash cow American Idol in terms of quality and ratings. This show was so bad that everybody avoided Fox when this was on, killing off the superior Take Me Out in the process, leaving that show hung out to dry and made it fail in the States. But for those fans of Take Me Out, don't worry. Take Me Out is still alive and well in the UK. And speaking of the UK, next month is UK month, and as you know, we're saving the worst for last. Bye-bye!